Just checked out at the Happy Bear Motel. Waiting on the bus. Be here in a minute, just gotta flag it down. Sushi place across the street. Snowboards, skateboards. Italian restaurant, nightclub down there. This is Jack's. That's where I went and did laundry and had dinner, hung out. You can see slopes of Killington Peak up there. But I'm going that way. Alright, this is the end of Killington. There's the road to Killington right there. Welcome Center. Now I'm Gandhi. Back to Vermont 100. Got about a 6/10 of a mile walk back to the trailhead. And it's back into the woods for this final leg of the hike. 3 more days of walking. That's it. 3 more days. Tonight we're going to try to get to the lookout. It's a private property. It's like a cabin in the woods. It's got a fireplace. The owner lets hikers camp in it. It's got a platform on top with a really cool view of the mountains. So I'm going to aim for there. If that doesn't work out, there's a shelter nearby. Then I think I have the Happy Hill shelter tomorrow. Yeah. Happy Hill shelter tomorrow, I think. And then the following day, we make it to Hanover. That last day, I'm actually going to cross the 2,000 mile mark. I'm going to be a 2,000 miler. Okay. Let's get walking down this road. This road, Vermont 100, is supposed to be one of the most scenic roads in Vermont during the fall foliage season. Doesn't do a whole lot of good without a car though. I just took the little side trail to the falls. That was pretty nice. It looks like we're coming up on that boardwalk. I wonder what these houses are over here. Huh. Yeah. Reached the summit of the first mountain today. There's no view or anything, just an up and down, but it's the top of the big climb. It's a nice little campsite though. Fall colors are pretty. to go down into the bowl. I think it's called Quimby Mountain. And this is the first peak. I think there's one or two more peaks on it. Yeah, I believe that is Mount Killington in the background. You can see the Killington Resort, which is at the end of the road, the hotel that I stayed on. Huh. Pretty cool. I didn't really film a whole lot, but I just had lunch right here at this little stream crossing, which happens to be the water source for the Stony Brook Shelter, which is right up there. Had lunch. I've gone about 7 miles today, so I'm about 6.8. I got 7.3 to go, so I'm about halfway done. Considering I didn't start till 8:30, got here at 12:30. 4 hours. I think it's similar terrain the rest of the day. 1 o'clock now. Yeah, probably about 5:30 or 6. We should get to the lookout. Let's get there. Wow. Getting real. Stone on Chathagay Road. Look, that made me pee a little bit. Hey. Walking up this, and he was like hanging out under the mushroom right there. go. Man, there's no rail on the other side. You don't want to do this looking the other way. Or a windstorm. Oh wow. To the lookout. Surprisingly enough, nobody's here. The place is empty. That'd be awesome if it stays that way. I have this whole cabin to myself. I'm up here at the top right now, right at sunset, just before sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I think the hillside's going to block the view of the sunset entirely anyway, so this is good enough. This is awesome. Feels amazing. Probably the best view I've had since being in Vermont, no doubt. So alright, it's already dark downstairs. It's just gonna get darker, so let's go make home for the night. Good morning. This is one of the best night stays I have had on the trail ever. This cabin was awesome. Didn't hear any rodents inside. Completely windproof. Insulated. Well, not really insulated, but I didn't get cold at all. Level floors. Clean. Oh, it's been awesome. Gotta get up in a minute. All right, guys, it's morning. We're still at the lookout cabin. No privy here. Had to go to the woods. So, but we got plenty of light now. You can see. Here's the cabin. Nice little bench out front. Prep your stuff on. Ladder on the side that goes up to the platform on the roof. So I'm gonna go up one more time before I leave today. Give you the tour of the inside. 2 stories. Got a loft up here, which I haven't been up there yet. I don't really have a need to go. Food bag in here. Had this little quadrant to the cabin myself. Super flat floor, clean floor, relatively clean. Got a fireplace. And I didn't hear any critters in here. And the wind was crazy last night blowing, and I didn't get a single draft in here. It felt amazing. I didn't even have to sleep with the jacket on. I slept with my sleeping bag halfway unzipped most of the time, and still woke up feeling amazing. So, well, this is the lookout, the cabin. Today is our last fully official day hiking. We're going to the Thistle Hill shelter, which is in about 14 miles. And we'll camp there for the night, and then tomorrow we hike 14 miles into Hanover. And tomorrow's the last day. I don't want to be done. I'm enjoying it out here. I could go for another 5 days at least, but all good things come to an end. So let's get packed up, get moving. Taking my time this morning. Breakfast on the lookout. Beautiful up here. Not too windy. Perfect. Finish breakfast and time to move on out. So due east is that way. North is this way. It means the whites are over there somewhere. Makes me wonder if these two mountains, there and there, these two mountains here in the distance, I wonder if the one on the right isn't Moose Mountain and the one on the left is Smarts Mountain. Those would be in New Hampshire, and those were within the first 3 days that I was hiking there. They're right about in the right location. It could be them. And that means the whites in Mount Moose Lock would be like over there in the clouds. You can't really see them yet. You know, kind of a scary thing about hiking in the fall is the leaves fall down, cover the trail. You can't see the trail. You don't know which way it goes, and sometimes the blazes that are on the trees are few and far between. It could be certain terrain, it could be very easy to get lost. There's a little section back there that made me think of it. Not only that, but you can't tell like what little rocks and roots and everything are underneath the foot, the spot where you're about to place your foot. Yeah. It's gonna be an ibuprofen kind of day. Do not want to sleep under that. heck of a climb. Whew. From the Vermont Route 12 crossing. Okay, that's pretty. Top of the hill should be right up here. And we'll go down to the next road crossing, Stage Road, have lunch. It's beautiful. Cool, and these mountains kind of remind me of the mountains earlier on in Vermont. A little bit on the smaller side. These are pretty steep though. These other ones were a little more graded. Coming up on Stage Road. As soon as I find my water source, which I believe is that bridge down there, I'm gonna stop and have lunch. Alright, just finished up lunch at Stage Road. Crossing this cool little bridge. Heading up into the Appalachian Trail lands of Woodstock, Vermont. I call this the Vermont Road Walks because there's like no points of interest other than the roads. And you just go, you leave a road, you go up a hill, down a hill to another road. You do it like 4 or 5 times. Well, I guess you get little views like this. Quite nice. Can't imagine what snow's like up here in the winter for these people living here. So this is the last water for 4 miles. So I'm gonna have to camel up here. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna carry more than a liter. I'll just drink a liter, carry a liter. .8 to Cloudland Road. That's the road that I dropped John off at last year before we headed into the Whites. Can't believe I'm already almost there. Thistle Hill Shelter 4.1. That's where we're going tonight. Man, these northern hills of Vermont are steep. The trails have cleaned up a lot. There's no mud. There's not even that many rocks. It's flat, smooth surface. For the most part, it's just straight up and down though. Not complaining that bad. I can deal with it. Definitely just big difference from the southern part of the state. This is cool. I don't know if these are some sort of like boundary walls or foundations. I think they're boundary walls. It's just amazing how they were put together, and I wonder what for and who did it. It's a lot of work for 1 or 2 people. How long they've been there. This used to be a road. It's possible. Check out the old gate. That sucker's a relic. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, this road down here is Cloudland Road, and it is where I dropped off John before our New Hampshire hike last year, because he had to finish the northern part of Vermont, and he was going to tack on to that hike, and then he was just going to catch up with me, and he did. He ended up catching up with me on like day 4 into New Hampshire. So this, we rented a car in Boston and drove up here. I dropped him off here and took the car back, and then started hiking afterwards. But right down here is where I dropped him off. So this, I have a little bit of history with this location. Now that is the fall colors I'm talking about. Look at that. That is what I've always thought of when I thought of Vermont in the fall. All right, John, Outland Road. I came full circle, in a sense. Yeah.